I may not know a lot, but I do know movies. Hey everyone, here's my movie review of Jurassic World Dominion, and I got some thoughts. So, Jurassic World Dominion, what can I say about it? Well, for starters, this is the culmination of the whole Jurassic Park franchise as a whole. It brings everyone back together, everyone back in the foray. It even brings back, the legacy characters from the original trilogies. We got Laura Dern, you got Sam Neill, and of course Jeff Goldblum, who are back reprising the same characters respectfully. In this last, I believe it's the last one. Maybe they could. Universal. They have. All these possibilities. This is one of their biggest franchises. So, who knows if this is the last one? Even in the very end, it teases a possible sequel or spinoff. But do I know this for a fact? No, but it's always up for speculation. But looking back, I don't know, unless you guys watched my last video, I did touch on the bad reviews that Jurassic World Dominion was receiving. They were quite abysmal, atrocious, and it was just god awful. One of the worst reviewed, if not the worst reviewed, Jurassic World or Jurassic movie in the franchise as a whole. 31%. Understand where all the criticism. Of course, I can start to see it. I'm letting it marinate after walking out of the theater, and now I have time to express my thoughts to you guys on how I feel about this. And it was, honestly, I enjoyed it. Was it a tad bit longer than it should have been? Yes, it could have been condensed into, I say, 2 hours. 2 hours, perfect. 2 hours or 10 minutes. Either way, I think, there was a few scenes, especially the second act, that really dragged on and very exposition heavy, and just a lot of loose plot lines that just didn't necessarily work for me in this movie, especially with the teenager, who turned out to be a clone, but not a clone, but is actually shares the same DNA her mom genetically infused when she was a baby. I don't know. A lot of Mod Podge DNA BS, in my opinion. But hey, this is Hollywood. Whatever, anything goes. But it's just, and I just felt like it was kind of, I felt like this last installment played it too safe. Spoiler, or however you want to call it, it felt by the numbers. I don't know. It didn't feel like a end of a trilogy, or end of an era, or end of the Jurassic Park franchise. I felt like there was still more to be had, and it just left me, with more questions. So it's just, but I enjoyed a few scenes. I really enjoyed seeing, of course, Laura Dern and Sam Neill's dynamic, with their will they, won't they relationship that was, being played throughout, and just, funny, the callbacks and their Easter eggs, dating from the first, going back to the first, Jurassic Park movie. That's, you could really tell in the references. And of course, Jeff Goldblum. Anything Jeff Goldblum is in, whether it's bad or good, he is the shining star. And whether you want to call this good or bad, he again outshines everybody, and just his one-liners and his just comments, his side comments. It's funny. I mean, it's Jeff Goldblum at its finest, at his finest, and you know, Chris Pratt, of course. You know, which I was surprised. You know, just trying to get everybody on screen together and have the right amount of, you know, interaction and the right amount of time, and you know, it gets it gets all bunched up. So you really, I mean, the director and everybody on set, it was just like, okay, we gotta keep everybody, you know, in sync with each other, and we gotta make the scenes make sense, and we gotta have that consistency, that flow. And I mean, for the most part, it worked, but at the same time, I feel like they could have cut out some scenes that were really unnecessary or just didn't really fit for me. I mean, surprisingly, not that many people died. I was just like, you know, wow. You know, this being the last, well, again, you know, quote unquote last one. They, again, the director, the studio didn't take that many risks, so it left me curious. It made me think, you know, they're leaving them for something more, something bigger. But I just don't know yet. And the visuals, of course, seeing the dinosaurs on screen again, it's always a treat. I mean, I loved seeing, you know, the Tyrannosaurus Rex again. Always a treat to see. And it's just like, how many times can you do this over and over? I mean, people just keep coming back. I don't know what it is. The dinosaurs, the action, just the overall, the feel and the tone of the movie. It just... and the nostalgia. I mean, that's really what I chalk it up to be. And the score I thought was great. The action, the set pieces were really visually stunning. But overall, I thought it was a decent, enjoyable popcorn, fun for the family to enjoy. But yeah, few scenes I felt like ran a little longer than they should have. There was a few plot holes that just didn't add up to me. A couple of subplots were just like, they could have just left that out altogether, and I don't know. I feel like it could have gone. They could have gone for the heights, you know. They could have jumped the shark and really, you know, whoa, you know, surprised us, but it didn't take me. It didn't take me there, unfortunately. But other than that, the plot was by the numbers. It was over. I mean, and the exposition. Just the second act was just exposition dump. I mean, it kind of just dragged on, and they could have cut out at least 30 minutes or 20 minutes out of the film. But great. I mean, it was good. I thought it was good. But I want to know what you guys saw of the film. If you've seen it already, what is your favorite Jurassic Park, or yeah, what's your favorite Jurassic Park movie? Please let me know in the comments down below, and please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. And as always, I'll see you at the movies.